What's going on? This is This Matters TV, and I am here with your name is Bitten TV, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we are Bitten TV, y'all.
And who am I speaking with today?
Cadma.
And Writ Ralf.
Gotcha. It's really great to meet you guys. So I understand you guys have a presence on YouTube, some type of show where you, could you explain it?
Yes, so what we are is a media company that wants to share wonderful events, conventions, anything that people are interested in. We want to introduce the world to New York City. So we go to like New York Comic Con, we do individual shows, we have things about writing for those who need help with writing, and we even have quirky individual shows like my own.
Very nice, very nice. So who does the writing show here? Gotcha. Could you tell me a little bit about that real quick?
Sure. I decided or figured out that I was learning to write. I was finding books that showed you how to write, but they didn't take you and show you the process of writing. So I decided to do a show where I and the audience take a journey together to become better writers.
That sounds really helpful. So that's so how do I find that show first off?
Well, you go to the YouTube channel, Bitten TV, and you look under the videos and you'll see Writ, which is the name of the show. That's why I'm Writ Ralf.
Okay, you hear that. You go to Bitten TV and you check out the Writ show. So you, who are dressed like you just came from a Wu-Tang video, what you know, and I mention that because you said your shows, there's another show that's there that's kind of quirky. And I imagine it's two of you, at least two of you here now. I don't know how many shows you guys have in total, but it's two of you, so you must have the quirky show. Could you tell me about the quirky show?
Yes, so that's more about my personal life and experiences as like a model and actress. I studied Kung Fu, so a lot of the times the things that I deal with are from my school or just weird things, lessons that I feel like people should learn, like women being supportive of other women. That's very, very important to me. Or even celebrating my Chinese New Year's, like that's my quirky show. It's about my weird little life. Think of it as like, what is it? The Lizzie show. Was it Lizzie McGuire?
Oh, okay.
But instead, it's me.
So between the two of you, you have the writing and the whole experience with reading and writing, and then just like life, kind of like lifestyle in the general kind of sense.
Along with the conventions that we go to, because I love my mainstream stuff. I think it's great. I love DC and Marvel, but there's so much work out there that kind of just gets unrecognized. I mean, the internet can introduce you to so much stuff and you get lost in a shuffle. So my main focus with utilizing Bitten TV is to give someone the spotlight, let them know, hey, this person has a great new product. You know, if you're looking for someone who wants to create paper toys, look at Mutant Pulp. There's so many people out there who deserve the spotlight.
I get that. So it's interesting. So I don't know much about conventions. Like I don't really know convention culture. Or I know you mentioned Marvel and DC. I like Batman. I like Iron Man. Tell me what your favorite heroes are, and then also talk about the conventions you guys go to. I'm going to start with Ralph. What's one of your favorite heroes, and tell me about one type of convention you guys do.
Well, as a lot of people, one of my favorite hero is Batman. I guess if you're gonna go DC Marvel, it's Batman and Spider-Man. You know, Spidey because when I was a teenager, it was something for me to look at, something where I can see myself as a hero. You know, oh, this is what I can become. With great power comes great responsibility. I like the conventions because you can see the next generation in them. You can see the independence, which is one of the things we like to showcase. You can see these people like Nancy the Spider, or a lot of these independent books that are out there that most people can't or won't see unless we actually get a chance to like put it out there.
Gotcha. No, that sounds great. And I'm just realizing I was super rude to you. Tell us where we can find your show, the Cadma show, because I did not ask that. Also tell us your favorite Marvel and DC heroes, and you got to get back to you about the conventions too, because you didn't tell me which conventions. So.
Okay, so everything in regards to me can be found under Cadma. That's CADMA. It's an acronym for one too many names on my birth certificate. But for characters, I love Wonder Woman. I love her mostly because she looks at the bigger picture of everything. So she sees all the things that, you know, mankind and humans, what we do to each other, and to her it doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just work to a better cause? And that's kind of what she represents for me. And if I had to pick another character, it's actually the lead character for High Fructose Zombies. So the lead character is basically like Tank Girl, except there are zombies taking over the world, and it's through high fructose, as you can imagine. And she goes around killing zombies with a giant lollipop. Like high fructose zombies, you have to look it up if you haven't seen it. And the conventions that we, like I said, we go to would be like from New York Comic Con. We go to Japanese events. We did one for Chopsticks New York, and then of course a video game con, which I love. I love me video games. But yeah, those would be my top favorite ones. I think the only one we haven't covered is makeup. I'm trying. I'm not that girly, but if we get a girly team member, we'll hit makeup conventions too. Or you guys can just invite us so you can test on me.
Says the Wu-Tang video vixen. Which is funny because you said you do martial arts as well.
Yes, I studied, originally started with Shotokan Karate, and then I switched over to Eagle Claw Kung Fu, and now I actually do Tiger.
That's dope. I don't do none of that. But that's very, very dope. So yeah, Ralph, because I skipped a question with her and I skipped a question with you. What is your favorite convention that you've been involved with?
I think I like the smaller conventions better, like the Long Island conventions, which are a lot, like the one we're going to this weekend, which is Long Island Tropicon, because, you get a chance to see things that you won't see in the bigger convention, because a lot of these small independents can't make it to the bigger convention, or they get lost in the shuffle. So I like watching and going to the smaller conventions so we can actually see the future of geekdom, the future of comics, the future of all the stuff that we like to have.
Very dope. Yeah, I don't know anything about the geek comic stuff. I just you guys are gonna have to. Can I go with you guys sometime and you guys take me to some of these events about geeks and comic stuff?
Of course, you are more than welcome.
Man, we even put you in front of the camera so you can interview people.
I don't think I'm good at interviewing at all. But yes, this is This Matters TV. Pop Gaskins gave me the microphone, and I figured I'd ask these guys some questions. Thank you for coming down, Ben Apple, and the parade should be coming through in a couple of minutes. So hopefully you guys will stick around and check it out.
Yes, we will.
Of course we will.
Thanks.